What's up guys, Sal here. So Apple has finally made the new iPhone 13 lineup official. And to be honest, the keynote was a predictable snooze fest and has been for a bit. I don't really see any must-have upgrade feature. The iPhone 13 isn't much different than the 12, which isn't much different than the 11. Definitely not an exciting year for Apple fans. But even though the phones are underwhelming in my opinion, let's take a look at what quote-unquote innovations has Apple brought to this year's iPhones. First up, the biggest upgrades you're gonna see on the iPhone 13 are a 20% smaller notch and a 120Hz ProMotion display on the Pro models. Speaking of 120Hz, remember during the iPhone 12 launch, I talked about how people are gonna fanboy Apple when they eventually are gonna shift to 120Hz. Take a look. By the way, I can see some people and publications are already trying to justify Apple for including 60Hz on the iPhone 12 with some super moronic reason, when in fact they were the ones cancelling the regular Galaxy Note 20 for having the same 60Hz display. You can find plenty of them on Twitter who say they don't need this year. But wait till it hits next year and all of them raves about how awesome it is and how Apple did it right. That's exactly what's happening. You can find plenty of them on Twitter, and surprisingly our beloved Ice Universe sits right at the top. Anyway, this Apple keynote felt strange for many reasons. First is when Apple started talking about the A15 Bionic chipset. Usually Apple compares their new A series chipset with the last one, stating how much quicker the CPU is than the one before it. But this time, Apple didn't do that. Instead, they compared the A15 chip with quote-unquote the best-selling Android competition. Now, this is as fake can get. I mean, the best-selling Android phone costs $200 or a mid-range handset at the best, which just shows how pointless Apple's comparisons are. It looks like the A15 has modest improvements in the CPU part, but has improved codec for signal, video, and picture improvements. The GPU now has 5 cores though, but only in Pro models. How this is gonna stack up against the likes of AMD and Qualcomm's next will remain to be seen because, like I've said, Apple's comparisons are vague and are pretty much useless. Another strange thing about the iPhone 13 Pro is that the phone can now record 4K videos at 30 frames per second. That's not the strange part. Strange part is, if you get the 128GB variant, then Apple will not let you use this feature. Instead, you will be capped to just 1080p at 30 frames per second. If you want to use this feature, then you need to buy a 256GB variant at least. This is classic Apple. I mean, yeah, they could be doing it so that people don't fill up their storage fast, but that should be an option left to the users. They could just give a notification that recording 4K at 30 could fill up their storage in no time, but they won't do that because they want you to buy their higher storage tier phones. One thing I really liked about the new iPhones is the cinematic video mode, which can mimic the focus capabilities of professional cameras. For example, making someone in the foreground look completely clear while everyone in the background is blurred out. Even better, the cinematic mode is smart enough to push focus to someone in the background if a foreground character looks at them. It honestly looks great, but you need to keep in mind that this video is filmed by the most professional videographer Apple could find, with camera gears you couldn't even imagine. So we'll have to wait and see for the real reviews from average YouTubers to see if this is really something to look forward to. But that's really the new iPhone upgrades this year. Over the last 2-3 years, I've grown more underwhelmed with each new iPhone release, and the iPhone 13 lineup is sadly no different. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.